Okay, race fans. Here it is. The starting lineup for your Truetimber Camo 100 at Devil's Bowl, Texas. On the pole for this one is Creed Daniel, number 65, looking to make it 2 in a row. But he's got a long way to go for this one. In the pole, on the outside of him is the number 48 of Aero Designs Racing. Or Aero Racing Designs in the number 48 car. Row number 2 is the 16 of Maxwell Fye, and the outside of him is the 66 of Josh Drake. Row number 3 is the 61 of Taz Taylor. To the outside of him is the number 70 of Jonah Yohanan. Row 4, we find the number 62 of Dale Jr. Fan. The outside of him is the 98 of Noah DeWister. Row 5 on the inside is Giovanni Tirado in the 88, and the number 9 of Super Squad, Papito Perez, on the high side. Row 6 is the number 80 of Jason Albert. And the inside, and Cam Clary in the number 5 on the outside. Then we have the 34 of AJ Paxton. And the number 8 of JC 1997. Dakota Honecker in the 22, and Anthony Hernandez in the 211. That was row number 8. Row number 9 here is the 23 of Cameron Bach, and then 07 of Blake from M&M's Cup Series. Row 10 is David Hinks in the number 2 on the inside, and Xavier Robinson on the outside in the number 41. Rounding out the field is the current points leader, Jaden Troutman. I hope he gets a good run to try to keep that points lead. He sits in the inside of row 11, and Connor Cummins rounds out your field for tonight's 100-lap feature event. Again, race fans, just so you don't forget, there is no playoffs for this. There is heat race bonus points, but there is, like I said, there is no playoffs, no stages.
Drivers, start your engines!
And there's your call for the start of tonight's feature event. As I was saying, no playoffs. Whoever has the most points at the end of this season will be determined as the champion. As we are rolling down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4, Creed Daniel in Aero Racing looking for the green flag. We are underway for the Truetimber Camo 100. Down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 for the first time, it is Creed Daniel looking like he will have the lead, and he will lead lap number 1. Second is Maxwell Fye. Third, and Dakota Honecker must be having early issues. Wow. Rough start for the 22 machine. As I was saying, Creed Daniel, your leader. Maxwell Fye in second. Aero Racing and Taz Taylor fighting out for spots 3 and 4. Right now it's Aero having the spot. Taz Taylor was back and forth. The Junior Fan in 5th. Josh Drake in 6th. Giovanni Tirado 7th. And a 3-wide battle between Jason Albert, Yohanan, and David Hanks. The battle still continues for that 3rd spot between Aero Racing and Taz Taylor. But meanwhile, in front of them is Maxwell Fye looking to challenge Creed Daniel for the race lead. Creed Daniel says, no way. I will try to hold on and win 2 in a row. Creed Daniel holding them off, but Fye might have something going in turn number 2. But behind them, Taylor had the 3rd spot, as Aero Racing will now take the spot away. Will take the spot back, actually, in turns 3 and 4. Junior Fan just watching this all happen from the 5th spot. But right now, Creed Daniel, your race leader. Maxwell Fye in second. Arrow Racing in third. Taz Taylor in fourth. Dale Jr. Fan fifth. Giovanni Tirado in sixth. Josh Drake looks like he'll have seventh for now. Jason Albert eighth. David Hanks ninth. And Cameron Bach looks like he'll round out the top 10 in the number 23 machine. Dakota Honecker is a lap down, just so everyone knows. He is not battling for position. He is more trying to battle to get his lap back that he lost early on. Dale Jr. Fan looking underneath the 61 of Taz Taylor for the fourth spot. Going into turns 1 and 2 here. He'll take the spot away. Creed Daniel starting to pull away a little bit here in that number 65 machine, as we're going to have 9 laps complete going on lap number 10. But again, still a long way to go. Challenging for third right now is Dale Jr. Fan in the 62 car. He's underneath the Arrow Racing in turns 3 and 4. Taz Taylor in the number 5th spot. Giovanni Tirado sits in 6th, but Dakota Honecker, he's really fighting to try to get that lap back. He is in last, 1 lap down at the moment, but he's fighting really hard. Jason Albert sits in 7. 8th. Looks like it's going to be David Hanks by a nose at the moment, with Josh Drake being 9th and Cameron Bach rounds out the top 10. Let's take a look at your current points leader, Gene Troutman. Not looking too good, sitting towards the back here in that number 24 car. I don't know, we might see a new points leader after this race. And it's not looking good for him, unfortunately. As right now, your current point standings before any races tonight, it was Gene Troutman in first with 383 points. Blake in second with 375. Actually, he's tied with Giovanni Tirado with 375 points. AJ Paxton in fourth, 372. And GC 1997 rounds out the top 5 with 364 points. Creed Daniel, right now, your race leader. 16 laps completed. He has led every single lap so far in this feature. Second is Maxwell Fye. Third is Dale Jr. Fan. Dakota Honecker, he's getting closer and closer to get that lap back he lost early on. Taz Taylor in spot number 4 in the number 61 machine. Battle for 5th between Tirado and Arrow Racing. Looks like it's going to be Tirado coming off turn number 2 in the number 88 machine. Arrow Racing in 6th. Now gets pushed back to 6th. David Hinks now in 7th. Jason Albert 8th. Josh Drake in 9th. And Jono Yohannan has now gotten into the top 10. Xavier Robinson in 11th. Cameron Bach 12th. Blake in 13th. Cam Cleary 14th. Connor Cummins rounds out your top 15. And Dakota Honecker, his next target is the race leader. What strides he's been making here. Had early race struggles, went a lap down. He has fought through the field. He just has one car to get around to get back to the lead lap. and that's the race leader of Creed Daniel. Make it 2 in a row. He was a race winner at Bristol. That moved him up into 13th in points. This could give him another push towards the championship. And here comes Dakota Honaker. He'll get that, looking like he'll get that lap back, trying to push his way to the lead lap. Dakota Honaker could really use this. He sits 20th right now in the point standings. But he's got some tough company in Creed Daniel. As meanwhile, looks like there might be a battle cooking up for second and third between Maxwell Fye and Dale Jr. fan. Looks like Super Squad in the pits here in the number 9 car. Looks like he's having some issues. And Dakota Honaker so far edging out. He's back onto the lead lap. Creed Daniel fighting hard to put him a lap down. Maxwell Fye in second, Dale Jr. fan third, Tad's Taylor in fourth, Giovanni Tirado rounds out your top 5. Aero Racing in 6th. David Hanks in 7th. Battle for 8th and 9th is between Xavier Robinson and JC 1997. And it looks like it may be JC coming off the corner, and Jason Albert rounds out your top 10 in the number 80 machine. Jane Troutman not looking so good in that number 24 car. He's in 19th at the moment. AJ Paxton, who looked like to be a championship threat early on, is sitting in the back of the field right now in the number 34 car. It may look like we may have another big points shakeup here after this race. Creed Daniel looking to put Dakota Honaker a lap down once again. But Dakota Honaker not giving up. As we have 31 laps complete. Creed Daniel, your race leader. Dale Jr. fan reeling in Maxwell Fye, trying to see if he can get that second spot away. He's looking hard. He gets a good run in turn number 2. Looking underneath Maxwell Fye down the backstretch. Second spot. As they're pulling away from the rest of the field here. Cam Cleary and Xavier Robinson battling for position. That is between 9th and 10th at the moment. Cam Cleary gets the best of that one. Dale Jr., meanwhile, is battle for second still going on as the 62 of Dale Jr. fan trying to get around the 16 of Maxwell Fye. Going to be a tough challenge here. As Creed Daniel will get passed by Dakota Honaker. Honaker back onto the lead lap in 21st. Wonder what happened with Super Squad. Looks like he's maybe out of the race. battle still continuing back and forth between Dale Jr. fan and Maxwell Phi. One lap it's Dale Jr. fan, the next lap it's Maxwell Phi. That'll be a good battle for the rest of this feature. If they can catch Creed Daniel, that'll be one heck of a 3-car battle for the lead. But it is still the 65 of Creed Daniel, your race leader. He has led every single lap so far in this 100-lap feature. Axel Phi is now pulled away from Dale Jr. fan just a little bit. Not enough breathing room at the moment, as he has second. Third is the 62 of Dale Jr. fan, as we're on lap number 40. Taz Taylor sitting in spot number 4. Tirado rounds out the top 5. GC now up to 6th in the number 8 car. Arrow Racing in 7th. 8th is Cam Cleary. 9th is David Hanks. And Blake rounds out your top 10. He's going to try and see if he can get a good points day. If he can get a good points day, he's going to try to see if he can get to be the points leader after this race. David Robinson in 11th, Connor Cummins in 12th. Jason Albert in 13th, Cameron Bach 14th, AJ Paxton rounds out the top 15, and Josh Drake, Jonah Yelhanen, Noah DeWister, Gene Troutman, Hernandez, and Dakota Honecker round out the field, while Super Squad unfortunately is out of the race. Tough break for the number 9 machine. As he did so well during his heat race, he finished 5th. Right now, Creed Daniel, still your leader. The battle still continues for second. Dale Jr. fan reeled in the 16 of Phi once again. But Phi got somewhat of a good run in turn number 3. He's trying hard to hold off Dale Jr. fan. And it seems like Taz Taylor in 61 has sort of reeled in Dale Jr. fan and Maxwell Phi. We'll see how that goes as the race continues on. Meanwhile, Creed Daniel now getting a lap of traffic as Anthony Hernandez is now going down a lap. Dakota Honecker, my goodness, he is fighting really hard to try to stay on the lead lap. I will give him some credit. He's been putting up one heck of a fight throughout this feature. We are almost halfway. We are on lap 49. Dakota Honecker looking to get by Jaden Troutman. So to put the pressure on Troutman. As here we are. We're going on lap number 50. 1 lap short from the halfway point. 49 laps have been completed. 51 left to go. Creed Daniel now gets by Gene Troutman to put him a 1 lap down. As we are officially now halfway home. 50 down and 50 to go. Creed Daniel. We'll go through the running order here. Creed Daniel, your race leader, has led all 50 laps so far. Second is Maxwell Phi. Third is Dale Jr. fan. Fourth is Taz Taylor. Giovanni Tirado rounds out the top 5 in the number 88 car. GC 1997 in 6th. Cam Cleary 7th. 8th, it looks like Aero Racing, no. Xavier Robinson just barely has 8th at the moment. Aero Racing 9th. And David Hanks now back in 10th in the number 2 machine. 11th is Blake. Connor Cummins in 12th. Jason Albert 13th. Cameron Bach 14th. Jonah Yohane rounds out the top 15. Noah DeWister in 16th. AJ Paxton 17th. Josh Draken 18th. 19th in the last car on the lead lap is the 22 of Dakota Honaker. 20th is Jaden Troutman. 21st is Anthony Hernandez. Both of them are 1 lap down. And then Super Squad rounds up the field. Unfortunately, he is out of the race. The way Creed Daniel, Dakota Honaker have been battling, you could have thought this was a battle for the race lead. It just won't stop. But Dakota Honaker, very early on in this feature, had some issues, had to go down to pit road and lost a lap. And he fought his way back to get to the lead lap, and he's just been battling with Creed Daniel ever since he's caught up to him. Taz Taylor looking like he may try to get up to Dale Jr. fan, but right now Anthony Hernandez standing in his way. JC 1997 now in the top 5. Giovanni Tirado pushed back to 6th. Xavier Robinson and Aero Racing still battling out for position. If I remember correctly, that's still for 8th and 9th in the number 41 and 48 cars respectively. Aero Racing still holding them off. Axel Phi gets around Jaden Troutman. Make sure he's still got a good gap in between him and Dale Jr. fan. As Taylor gets around Anthony Hernandez to see if he can reel in Dale Jr. fan for that 3rd spot. But JC's reeling in Taylor. He's just got to get around Anthony Hernandez to try to challenge for that 4th position. Race leader is still Creed Daniel, number 65, with 61 laps complete. Still fighting out with Dakota Honaker. This is one interesting battle. Like I said, you could have thought it was a battle for the lead this entire time, but it's just a battle of staying on the lead lap for Dakota Honaker. JC now challenging Taylor for the 4th spot. Off turn number 4, he will have it. JC now in 4th, as he's now going to try and charge for that 3rd position. He's got some ground to, he's going to need some kind of a push to try to get up there and challenge. He's made a good run so far in this feature. Taylor now back in 5th. Cam Cleary is in 6th. Tirado 7th. Xavier Robinson 8th. Aero Racing in 9th. And Blake rounds out the top 10 in the 07 car. Creed Daniel in the 65, looking to make it 2 in a row. He was your winner from a few weeks ago at Bristol from round 3 in the Wrangler 100. He was running in the top 10, and then some cars needed to make some pit stops, and that was one crazy race at Bristol, and Creed Daniel prevailed. And got his first win of the season, looking to become the first repeat winner of not only this season, but also for the series. Maxwell Phi coming off turn 4 in second. Dale Jr. fan in third. GC fourth. Taylor fifth. And Cam Cleary in sixth. Arrow Racing gets pushed back to 10th. Blake moves up to 9th. David Hanks looking to see if he can try to get back into the top 10. He was running in the top 10 for a good portion of this race so far. Connor Cummins trying to get back around him, but no doing there. This is Creed Daniel catching up to more of slower traffic. I think the battle between him and Dakota Honaker has finally ended. We will see as Creed Daniel is going to be lapping Josh Drake momentarily. Dakota Honaker reeling in a little bit, but I don't think he's going to be getting that lap back. Who knows? Almost makes contact with Creed Daniel there. And a 3 wide, but it's not for position. Cam Cleary and the number 5 now in the 4th. What a run he's got going on here. 5th is JC Taylor, now back in 6th in the number 61 car. Giovanni Tirado just watching it all happen from position number 7. Xavier Robinson all the way back in 8th, Blake in 9th, and David Hanks now cracks back into the top 10 in the number 2 car. Taylor's going to try to see if he can get back into the top 5. He's reeling in GC little by little at the moment. Dakota Honaker, he's not giving up. He's got around both Josh Drake and Jason Albert, and he's still battling with Creed Daniel. As we have 77 laps completed, we are getting closer and closer to the final 20 laps of this feature event. Dakota Honaker, at the moment, is back onto the lead lap. He is now challenging Cameron Bach for position and put the pressure on Cameron Bach. So Dakota Honaker is in 16th. It means 17 cars are currently on the lead lap. Creed Daniel in dominating fashion so far, leading every single lap of this feature. He also led every lap of the heat race. As well. And now the battle for second starting to heat back up once again between Maxwell Phi and Dale Jr. fan. JC is now into fourth. Cam Cleary in fifth. Dale Jr. fan, looks like he backed off some in the number 62 car. Giovanni Tirado in seventh. Xavier Robinson in eighth. Blake in ninth, and David Hinks rounds out the top 10. Connor Cummins in 11th, Air Racing 12th, A.G. Paxton 13th, Dakota Honecker 14th, Noah DeWister 15th, and that is it for your lead lap cars. Jonah Neal Hayden, Cameron Bach, Jason Albert, Josh Drake. And Maxwell Fine going down pit road. Something going on with the number 16 car. It was having such a good day. Looks like you may be getting some tires, fresh tires. I don't know how good of a strategy that's going to pay off. So Dale Jr. fan is now in second. GC 1997 is in third. Cam Cleary fourth. Taz Taylor rounds out the top five. Giovanni Tirado in sixth. Seventh, Xavier Robinson. Blake in eighth. David Hinks ninth. And Connor Cummins rounds out the top 10. But meanwhile, Dakota Honecker going to crack into the top 10 here. He's made one heck of a comeback in the number 22 car. Maxwell Fye in 21st. That's where he is being scored. And here we go, race fans. Next time by, we will have 10 laps to go. 10 to go for Creed Daniel. Dale Jr. fan in second. GC 1997 in third. Cam Cleary in fourth. Taz Taylor in fifth. Giovanni Tirado in sixth. Xavier Robinson in seventh. Eighth is Blake. Ninth is David Hanks. Rounding out the top 10 is Dakota Honecker. Creed Daniels, still your leader, has led every single lap of this feature. About as dominant as A.J. Paxton from race number 1 at Weedsport. When this series started off, now have a battle for third between Cam Cleary and JC 1997 in turns 1 and 2. This is for third. Cam Cleary will have it coming off turn number 2. As we're going to have 5 laps remaining. We have 5 to go. Creed Daniel, number 65, will be coming around. 4 laps to go. There is no lap leading bonuses. In case you have forgotten. The only points you get is heat race bonus points and of course the points from the feature. It's going to be a very good points day for Creed Daniel. I'm pretty sure he'll be cracking into the top 10 and point standings for the championship. And Creed Daniel coming up. 2 to go. In dominating fashion here. He will come around turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Or for the white flag, not for the final time. One more lap to go. Creed Daniel looking to make it 2 in a row here. Become the first repeat winner of the season and the series. He'll take it into 3 and 4. Final time. Checker flags in the air. Creed Daniel picks up the win. Second will go to... Oh boy, it might be a close one. Nope, it's going to be Dale Jr. Fan in second. GC third. Cam Cleary fourth. Taz Taylor rounds out the top 5. Tirado in 6th. Maxwell Fye in 7th. Dakota Honecker in 8th. Xavier Robinson in 9th. And Blake will round out your top 10. So congratulations to Creed Daniel for going 2 in a row and winning the Truetimber Camo 100. See you guys next week at Eldora for the Brandt Agriculture 100.